Well, I didn't really expect this morning was gonna rain. Good thing that we have the tent covered, the Evo. So we got the oil filter housing back from my friend Benny and Kev. They were able to retract that broken bolt that snapped inside in there. This is how it really looks like. That thing was pretty much cross-threaded. Not as bad as it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing all cleaned up, run downtown, and hopefully we can find a replacement. Alright guys, so we made some pretty good progress. We got the valve cover back on, the lower timing cover back on, also along with the dry belt. We also have the tensioner back on, found a replacement bolt. I might find a little bit longer one just to be safe, but I do have Loctite on it. New oil filter housing gasket is on. All that is all torqued within spec. So the only thing left that we have to do now is to do the downpipe and also the open dump. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the whole radiator and along with the turbo. So that way it's a lot easier to go ahead and just get that O2 housing replaced and install the new O2 dump. I don't feel like kind of fighting it and trying to make it fit, so it makes it a little bit lot easier just to have everything out. So we got the turbo manifold and the downpipe removed. This is the Tomei O2 housing that Landon picked up along with the Tomei downpipe all the way to the axle back. One of the studs snapped on me from last time the car was here. Happy that it broke off from here and not from the turbo. Super excited to open this part that Landon picked up from MAP. Let's go ahead and open it. Make sure that we have everything. Whew. That looks nice. We're running the MAP downpipe on Jalen's Evo. Runs really good. And this is the O2 housing that we tried to install on the last time that the car was here. Being that the Tomei downpipe, you can see that the flange is flat. Here on the MAP, this takes the donut. This will work perfectly. As you can see right here, this flange over here goes on top. connected to the turbo right there, we can go ahead and install everything back. I'm curious to hear how this car is gonna run once we have everything back on, along with the GSC cams, valve springs, and retainer. So let's go ahead and get this thing swapped out. Take that O2 housing off on the turbo, put the open downpipe on the turbo, and as you can see that the downpipe to the turbo was leaking pretty badly. Look, all the leak that went on top of the radiator. MAP downpipe is installed along with the O2 dump. We also got the JD Custom titanium hardwares to the turbo. That thing will never have rust issue. So we got all that taken care of from underneath. Got everything installed back, the manifold with the turbo, radiator, the intercooler piping. We also did put some new fresh oil and oil filter, water in the coolant system just in case if there's any coolant leak. It will be a lot easier to get it all cleaned up. And now we are ready to go ahead and get this thing started. So what I end up doing first is that I disconnect the crankshaft sensor. We are gonna go ahead and build some oil pressure first before we get it started. There is GSC cams, GSC Xerotic lifters, and valve springs and retainers. So we're just gonna run about 30 seconds, get it started, build some oil pressure, should be at least good enough, and then we can go ahead and reconnect the crankshaft position sensor, start up the car. We'll make sure that we have our EvoScan log and also record the AFR at the same time. That way, just to make sure there isn't anything weird going on before we go ahead and get the car tuned. Alright guys, so we just reconnect the crankshaft position sensor. So now we're gonna go ahead and get the car started. I have my EvoScan connected to the car. We're gonna record the AFR. Car is gonna make a little bit of noise only because there's no oil in the lifter, but it should be okay. Just have it running for a good 5-10 minutes, and then we can shut it off, send the log to Don, and then see where everything else is at. So let's go for the first start. the car running for about good 20 minutes. So far the car is running good. There's no any issues. Of course, that the AFR is at about 11, so it's a little bit rich though. But we got the car all warm to temp. Coolant level is good. No sign of any coolants. There was a little bit of an oil leak that I saw, but that's already all taken care of. We got that all cleaned up. It's just all the extra residue around the oil filter, housing. So usually you wanna run the car for like a good hot temp. That's where all the oil that is sitting in between like the cracks leaks out, and then you just have to clean it. Hopefully we get it all situated. But damn, car sounds healthy right now. Super excited to make some gain power on Landon's car. Sounds really good. I'm so excited. I'm curious to see how much it will gain after just putting the cams on there. Still a stock turbo. Near future he does want to run a 62mm turbo. They recommend to go to AGT. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let the car cool down for a little bit, check the oil level, make sure we're good, make sure that we don't have any other leaks. We're gonna go ahead and drain the coolant, and then we can put the mixture proper 50-50. We can go ahead and do another data log now that the car is warm to temp, and then we can do a mile or two cruise, get a data log as well, and then we're gonna send it out to my friend Zombie Works and see what needs to be adjusted. It's probably not gonna be as much adjustment that it needs, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Oh shoot. Alright, Don sent me another map. So this is with the Maybach about 10 degrees. We're gonna do a pull, do the data log, and then the second map that he sent me is gonna be also gonna be a Maybach but 15 degrees. So we're gonna do 2 data logs on both maps, send it out to him, make sure everything else is good on the AFR, making sure that the car is happy too. See where we got. I don't know if that was the clutch.
Hey,
What's up, man?
what's up, man?
Man, I hate your clutch even more.
Oh, what happened?
Well, no, I ended up doing a 3rd gear pull with the new map that Don sent me, and I don't know if it was just me or the clutch slipped a little bit and then it started grabbing and go.
Oh, man.
Too much power, man.
So, is the clutch still good?
I mean, it's good for the most part. I sent a log and the AFR to Don just to let me know if it felt like the clutch was slipping just a little though, but then it grabbed and go, which is kind of weird. but I remember that your pedal is super sensitive. Like if you were to just press on it just a slight, it just goes right off.
Yeah.
So
I think the clutch was slipping, but like I don't really like punch it like how you punch it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's like I think it was slipping, but it's like yeah.
Yeah, the clutch is starting to slip on me after I punched it again, so I stopped.
Oh, okay. You know what? Then, if anything, were you able to get a log?
Yeah, I did a log and a third gear pull, and then when it starts slipping, I stopped it after. So you want me to send that?
Yeah, try this. I just like see what the air fuel did. I like compare what the air fuel was on this versus the last one. How much leaner the car got.
So we're pretty much done with tuning on Landon's car for the most part. As you guys can hear that the clutch is slipping and it's not the safest thing to do to continue on tuning the car. So I did call Landon and let him know that his clutch is already starting to slip, and he already knew that before. Don did send me a new map so I can go ahead and get that flash into the car, drive it again just to make sure that nothing weird is happening on the drivability. But other than that though, we can't really do much. Once Landon take care of the clutch, get it all replaced and everything, then we can go back, retune the car and get everything all dialed in. I went to go ahead and install that timing cover that I got for him, brought it to Vegas, and it looks really nice. It looks pretty sick. We also do have the torque solution bushing for the cable and for the shifter box. I'm gonna go ahead and get these guys installed. Fortunately that the rain is coming down, so I'll go ahead and get it replaced once the sky clears up. I'm just cooling down the engine so that way I can do another log on a cold start and also do a drivability and send it to Don and make sure everything else should be where it needs to be. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, guys. I'm excited because I want to do some upgrade valve springs and retainers on Jalen's Evo. The only thing that has on her car is the HKS 272 and the zero tick lifters. Also, I might want to do piston and rods at the same time, but at least now I feel more comfortable and more knowledgeable, at least, to get more hands-on on internal work on the engine. Just want to give a huge shout out to my friend Don Pinell, aka Zombie Works, for tuning Landon's Evo. If you guys want to hit him up on any tuning, it doesn't have to be Evo, it could be like Hondata, AEM, Haltech, whatever software you guys have. I'll have it down in the description box below. Go ahead and hit him up. And also a huge shout out to Landon for trusting me to work on his car again. Honestly, was really scared to touch the car because it's so nice and clean, fresh paint job, and I was a little bit worried about 4 more days, man, until I go back to Vegas. But if you guys are watching this, it's probably uploaded in about a week or two. Aloha, I'll see you guys in the next one.